Hello, Aries, and welcome to my channel. This is Lola, your Empress of Love, and I am bringing you the tea on love and romance for your October 2019 love reading. Okay, Aries, let's get started. Your first card up is the Empress card. The Empress is in the reverse, and the Empress card indicates that for some of you Aries, you may find yourself in a third party relationship. Okay, and you may be finding that it may be some difficulties or delays with you getting out of the situation. Although you may want to get out of the situation, you may find that there are some delays and some drawbacks to you getting out of this situation. Um, the second card that you have is the Wheel of Fortune card. The Wheel of Fortune card is the card of change, the card of sudden change, the card of change for things that may have been a certain way for a long time. When you see the Wheel of Fortune come up, there's going to be a sudden change, a change that you won't have any control over because the Wheel of Fortune is the fate card. The Wheel of Fortune is the card that says that fate is in the driver's seat. And the changes that are made, you don't really have control over them. Now, as it relates to love and romance, the Wheel of Fortune card indicates that someone from your past may be coming back into your life, but you're going to feel, Aries, for some of you, like if you're not certain as to which direction the relationship is going to go. Okay? With the Empress card being here in the reverse position, I'm going to say those of you that have been stuck in this third party situation and haven't been able to get out of it, I'm going to say look out, because the Wheel of Fortune comes to change things that have been in place for a long time. And this is one of the situations that you may find that may be changing for you abruptly and suddenly. And for some of you Aries, it will be permanently changing, that you will be getting rid of that third party situation. For some of you, you won't have to do anything. It's just going to somehow happen. You will know clearly that fate has stepped in. The next cards that you have up, you have a whole stack of them here. Okay, it is the position of what's the focus for you. And the focus for you, you have the first card up in this category, you have the Empress in reverse again. And here in the focus category, Aries, you are doing too much. Okay? You are acting when you should be being still. See, in the upright position, the Empress is sitting there, she's chilling and she's taking care of business, or better yet, her business is taken care of, so she can just sit there and just chill. But in the reverse position, everything is out of whack. Okay? So there, as I said, you are doing too much. You have to stop and just let the universe take its course, or let the Wheel of Fortune do its thing, because there's nothing you can do with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune acts on its own. It is the fate card, and that is when destiny steps in and does its thing. Destiny and fate are at work with the Wheel of Fortune card. And then you have the Chariot in the reverse, when generally the Chariot card is about movement, but in the reverse here, it is indicating that you have been focusing on um, wanting to move in a direction of oneness, of perhaps even wanting to move to a new location, just wanting to generate that balance or to get the victory over a long-standing situation. And in the reverse, I'm going to say that you've been stagnant. Some of you Aries, you've been stagnant, and that's what your focus is on, trying to get that situation, trying to get the wheels stuck out of the mud, and in relations to um, your overall life. You've been feeling like things have just not been going in the direction that you want them to go in, or like you've been just standing still um, and not getting to the place where you want to be because it's in the reverse. Then you have the Fool card, and the focus here is faith and risk, or a faithful risk. And you've been not willing to take the risk of having faith for your life, um, and particularly in the love and romance category. Um, you've been kind of like relying on your own um, thoughts and just being in your head and not allowing the universe to take care of you, or the God in you to take care of you. You've been relying on yourself, which has been causing a lot of confusion for some of you, and just um, not being able to get clarity on what to do next. But then you have the Four of Pentacles that says that your finances are going to be improving, and as a result of your finances improving, you're going to be feeling more secure and more balanced. Okay, um, and that could be as well. Here you go, the Wheel of Fortune, things changing. And because I'm seeing this, I'm going to say that you may have up until now been feeling the crunch financially and not getting or feeling secure in your finances, and that's going to be changing for you, for some of you Aries, because the Wheel of Fortune, as I said, comes to change everything. The wheel turns very slowly and not that often, but when it turns abruptly, it appears, and it turns for a long period of time to change things that have been in place for a long period of time. So your finances are going to be changing, and you're going to be moving into a better direction, or into a better place of your finances, and that you're going to be having that security that you may have been looking for, and not having the faith here to trust with the Fool in reverse, or being stuck with the Chariot as if your wheels were stuck in the mud. And it could have been because you were doing too much in a third party situation. Maybe you couldn't afford to take care of two people, or or three people, or four people, or as many people as you could accumulate, and it was just getting too rough for you, and you were just throwing away your resources, okay, and causing you to feel stuck in the mud and not moving when you should have been moving, because the Chariot is a fast moving vehicle, but in the reverse, it's not moving. It's off track. Okay. Same as with the Fool here. Um, the Fool, okay, is the risk card. But in the reverse, it's indicating that you're fearful of taking risks. You're fearful of trusting faith and allowing faith to um, uh, carry you through. But then things look up because your finances are changing here with the Four of Pentacles. And for some of you, Aries, you may be thinking about marriage, thinking about unions, thinking about and planning for um, travel. Could be a honeymoon, could be long term, short term journeys of travel, which could be, as I said, a honeymoon after a marriage, or um, solidifying your relationship and getting that stability, because the Four of Wands here is the card of stability in the family, just as the Four of Pentacles here is the uh, card that is stable as it relates to your finances. So you have the two things here. You have your personal life and your financial life coming together, and both being stable, because you have the two fours, the stable Four of Wands, the stable Four of Pentacles. And as I said, that is due to the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay. Then you have the CUNY deck. This card that's up next comes from the CUNY deck. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. This card has the words on the front, and it has the upright position is in the gold, the reverse is in the blue, and Aries, you got the Nine of Pentacles in the gold, which is the upright position, and it says, money and possessions are safe I'm sorry. Money and possessions are safe if you are cautious and disciplined. Watch out for your financial interests. Rely on your own instincts and research. Do not trust financial advisors. You come into a large sum of money, possible inheritance or lottery winnings. Investments pay off. I told you that money was coming. See that? And that card follows up on that. What I just said here with the um with the Four of Pentacles. Okay. Then the next card up comes from the tarot, from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck. And these cards are saying to your heart, you have three cards that came out. And the first one is Find Balance, number 2. Number 2 is Find Balance. Find Balance card, according to the book, says, wait a minute. You may find that matters of the heart require extra effort at this time. More and more demands may be placed upon you, requiring you to juggle your attention. Family gatherings, school commitments, requests for assistance, and other obligations may arise within a short period of time. Just breathe and remember to be flexible. Adapt your approach to each situation at hand. Know that you have the ability to keep everything and everyone in balance. You may also be called upon to play the role of mediator. This is a time for compassion and understanding, and you are up to the task. Work with people individually, giving each position equal consideration. Help all involved to understand another viewpoint and find middle ground. Finally, in order to maintain balance, you yourself must be in balance. So it's vital that you take time for you. Okay? The next card from the same uh, deck is um, Strengthening Bonds, number 1. And Strengthening Bonds, number 1 says, the potential exists now to bring greater stability to your relationships. Be realistic about what you can expect from others and what you can offer in return. Be consistent and clear in your actions and demand the same. By taking a down to earth approach, your expectations of other people and more likely your expectations of other people are more likely to be met and relationships will be strengthened. Scattered emotion, scattered emotional energy will not serve you. Scattered emotional energy will not serve you. Be sure to ground yourself. Steady and calm energy will translate into secure and strong relationships. To ground yourself, take a walk in nature and connect with the energy of the trees and Mother Earth herself. Enjoy greater health by exercising and eating well. A healthy body will help you feel confident about yourself and your abilities. This self-assured energy will enable you to improve current relationships and attract new ones as well. Then you have the sacral chakra, which is number 2. And the book says, number 2, sacral chakra. Known as the sacral chakra, the second chakra is located 2 fingers below your navel and relates to emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. To activate this chakra, visualize a glowing orange ball of energy in your belly area. I'll say that again. To activate this chakra, visualize a glowing orange ball of energy in your belly area. See it spinning and sparkling. Feel the joy as it grows bigger and bigger and sends orange sparks out into the universe. By energizing the sacral chakra, you attract creativity, joy, passion, and love into your life. This exercise can be used to energize any chakra simply by visualizing the appropriate color energy. Okay, I'm going to read that again, Aries. The sacral chakra. Okay. Known as the sacral chakra, the second chakra is located 2 fingers below your navel and relates to emotions, desires, creativity, and sexuality. To activate this chakra, visualize a glowing orange ball of energy in your belly area. See it spinning and sparkling. Feel the joy as it grows larger and larger and sends orange sparks out into the universe. By energizing the sacral chakra, you attract creativity, joy, passion, and love into your life. Okay? And the next card you have up is from the Romance Angels. And the Romance Angels, you have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Okay. Free yourself. Free yourself. Like the unicorn in the image on this card. Okay. See that? Unicorn on the image on this card. You may be feeling trapped. Perhaps you've relinquished control to someone else. Or maybe you feel smothered in your career or relationship. As you tune into yourself, you'll sense a specific area where this message applies to you. You can even ask yourself, in what ways do I feel limited or constrained? Trust your answers that you receive. Trust the answers that you receive. This card comes to you from the romance angels because they've heard your call for great love. To experience passion, though, you must first allow yourself to feel deep emotions. In doing so, you may come up against areas of your life where you harbor discontent. Simply by acknowledging these areas, you bring light to the situation and allow room for the angels to help you. As you commit to taking back control of your life, your feelings will naturally thaw and reawaken. This leads to a greater capacity to love yourself, your partner, and your experiences. Then you have pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Pay attention to red flags. The romance angels sent this card to you to help you notice the unhealthy and disconcerting parts of your relationship. If you are swept up in a new romance, this card serves as a cautionary warning. Pay attention to your feelings and impressions with regard to your new suitor. Don't allow emotion to blind you to characteristics or habits that won't work for you and your relationship. A red flag is a sign that something is off. It could include an indication of dishonesty, disrespect, flirtatiousness with others, substance abuse, or lack of integrity. While your new love interest may treat you wonderfully well in the beginning of your relationship, it's vital that you watch how he or she treats others. Someone's basic characteristic is revealed by the way in which he or she talks and acts with restaurant staff, valet parking attendants, and other miscellaneous individuals. If you're in an existing relationship, these red flags may signal a new need. If you're in an existing relationship, these red flags may signal a need for an honest mutual discussion or couples counseling. This card doesn't necessarily guide you to leave a relationship. Red flags can be markers along the path of healing. The romance angels will guide you to take steps that are healthy for everyone involved. So do follow your intuition. Okay. Then you have the cards that are from the Love and Relationship deck. The Love and Relationship deck is also known as the ART cards. The ART. Amethyst, Rose, and Turquoise. I'm sorry. Amethyst, Rose, and Turquoise. Okay? Can you see that? All right. Now, these cards are read in three parts. You have the bold titles here that you read straight across. Then you have the middle portion with the messages. And the last portion is read like a poem. So you have the jeweler creates partnership. You will have the chance to realize your hopes and wishes and to enjoy life as long as you. Risk taking a chance on the ability to create the kind of relationship you want. Have fun as you work with another to reach all goals. Support must be given as needed. Loyalty must be proven. The fires of patience crystallize, the jewels of love sought by the wise. Keep doing as you've always done. The golden ring is almost won. Worry not, have faith, for soon the fates will grant a special boon. That means a special gift. You'll give a life to someone new. You'll give life You'll give a life to someone new in ways that others could not do. The one with whom you'll share your fate does seek love, does seek a lover who creates. Improve your life in every way. Let that child within you play. To thine own self be true, but do include your partner too. With love, support, inspiring praise, you'll be together all your days. Keep your partners good in view, and they will do the same for you. Okay. Then you have the summation card or the overall outcome position here that's coming from the vice versa deck. Okay. And you have first up, because three cards came out here. Um, you have the moon card and the vice versa deck presents the cards in a vice versa way, which for the major arcana cards, you have this side and that side. And Aries, you have that side. And that side of the moon card indicates that the cycles of the moon are reflected the same as the cycles of a woman. And thus this card has the feminine energy power. Okay? The woman that's coming out of the water here, she is what you would call the opposite of the high priestess, because the high priestess comes with secrets and not revealing much. Well, with the woman here, as you can see, she has a bowl of green oceanic water in one hand offering, and a golden egg, a glowing egg offering in another hand. And she's basically saying, which one do you want? Take your pick. As I said, unlike the high priestess, who doesn't offer up any information, when you get that card, you basically just have to wait it out. However, the moon card here in this position indicates that you're being offered information, you're being offered hidden knowledge, and you're being offered an opportunity to basically take your pick. Okay? And the next card you have is the, let's see here. This is the King wait a minute. The King of Swords. Let me find it in the book. Court cards, okay. I'm sorry, this is the King of Wands. I said swords, I intended to say wands. heck? It's taking me so long. Just bear with me. I'm getting there. Okay, I have it. Now, in the court cards, you have what is known as the outer self and the inner self. Aries, you have the inner self. And the inner self, basically, with the King of Wands here, is indicating, according to the book, that you have the respecting of two powers here. You have the snake that's wrapped around the tree, and you have the king that is seated on his throne. And the two doesn't seem to be bothered by each other. They have a mutual respect for each other. The snake wrapped around a tree symbolizes knowledge over ignorance. And the king basically is concerning himself with things that may be hidden that he thought he had dealt with before in the past. So, Aries, some of you may find yourself um, thinking and feeling like you may have had a situation settled in the past, and only to find that now that situation is creeping up again, or the issue is coming up again, and you may be feeling a little unsettling about it. Some of you may be, because the Wheel of Fortune card indicates someone from your past coming back, you may be faced with a situation where you thought that that relationship was over and done with, but you find yourself thinking about that person and find yourself, according to this, perhaps getting involved with that person again. Okay? However, you have here with the moon card, you're being offered clarity versus deception. In this position, it would be deception, clearly. However, in this position, it is everything is open, is in the open. She's offering all that she has. She's even bearing her breast, and as you can see, the towers here are open. However, there's no indication of ruins, as in the tower card, when things are being disrupted or torn apart. You also see here that the sign for Cancer is here in the card as well. Okay. Then you have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, in this book they call it Knight of Chalice. I prefer to say Knight of Cups. And again, you have what is, because it's a court card, you have the outer self and you have the inner self. And Aries, you have the inner self. Now, the inner self card here is representing the knight who is identified as the Grail Knight. The knight that survives the task of protecting the Holy Grail. And the knight here is represented as having accomplished his goals, having survived the battle, having made his way through the toughest times. And I want to say, Aries, this night here in the outcome or final position corresponds with the Wheel of Fortune. If you can see that, corresponds with the Wheel of Fortune, because um, in many cases this is considered, even though it's the Fate card, it is considered also as the Victory card. It's the starting over, number one position, because the 10 reduces to the 1. You're starting over, new beginnings, so forth and so on. And this knight is having won the battle and survived. He has conquered it all. He has made his way through it all. And you see that there's the crab on the bottom with a word of caution, um, telling him basically to pay attention, that he may have to make some decisions as to which way that the tide is going to flow according to the book. So the crab also is given a warning for this knight to not drop his defenses, okay, until he knows which way that the tide is flowing, to make sure that he stays in his victorious state of winning. He's won it all, okay? So since the knight is a winner here in this, well, these all three go together. You have the moon in this position that is revealing all. The king of wands here, who is keeping company with wisdom or knowledge, as the snake represents. And he is still very much in control, the king is. And the knight who has victoriously won the battle, as he is a, what is called a Grail Knight, a conqueror, the warrior of warriors. He has succeeded. Many have gone out to battle, but only the Grail Knights return in victory. Okay, Aries, I'm going to ask you to be victorious and hitting that like button and subscribing if you have not already done so, and to go to www.whatsthettarot.com and book your reading online. I do all my readings by phone. I offer same-day readings as well as by appointment. I only ask that if you make an appointment, please keep your appointment, because if you miss it for whatever reason, you will have to reschedule. You won't have to pay any additional monies, but you will have to reschedule, because that's just the way it is. However, I would also like to invite you to visit our donation page and make a donation in whatever way you are led. No donation is too small. No donation is too large. We welcome and thank you for all donations. We are launching our Images Everything Yo program. It is a good hygiene and etiquette program, and we are raising funds to get good hygiene goodie bags to give to the participants in the program as a parting gift and a thank you gift for participating in the program. And we'd like to include in the goodie bags um, good hygiene products like toothbrush, toothpaste, brush, comb, uh, deodorant, of course, um, body wash, body splash, loofah, maybe a water bottle, t-shirt, and maybe other good hygiene products as well. Um, Again, I would like to thank you for your donation in advance for this effort. Um, Hit the like button, subscribe, and book your personal reading if this reading resonated with you in any way, or if you'd like to get any further information about your own personal situation, Aries, to get more insight, more enlightenment as this reading has resonated with you and you want to go deeper, just go to www.whatsthettarot.com. Again, that is www.whatsthettarot.com and book your reading. And with that being said, I'm going to say ciao for now.